Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to San Dimas Wine Shop and Tasting Room. My name is Dylan, the sommelier here, and we're going to talk about this week's tasting. These are all Latin-infused kind of wines. In other words, they all originated either somewhere in Spain and possibly even France, but all of these are Latin-based countries where they come from. So, Kristen, let's take it from the top, young lady. Let's go to the La Junta. This is the Torontes. This is the Torontes out of Argentina, which comes out of the Famatina Valley. 100% Torontes. 10% of it is aged for 6 months in French barrels. And these are 40-plus-year-old vines. You know, this wine is, talk about a great value. It's citrusy, it's melony, it's got this little white peach action going on. But what I absolutely love about it is, you know, a lot of us grill chicken at home. So if you wanted to do like a lemon, like some sort of a lemon garlic based infusion on your chicken and then grill it, man, talk about a great pairing. This is definitely where you want to go. I'm going to talk a lot about grilled pairings over the next couple of months, only because here we are into our summer season. So, Kristen, I hope you're okay with that.
Perfect.
Okay. Let's switch over next to the Spanish Eye. The Spanish Eye is a Spanish effort, comes out of Spain. This is their 2013 Tempranillo, comes out of Galicia. This is an unoaked Tempranillo, which I find really interesting. The tannins are minimal, if any. It's really fruity. It's got this kind of like little black licorice thing going on, which I really, really like. As soon as I was tasting it, first thing that came to my mind was paella. It's got that real nice fruitiness, which just goes really good with if you were going to do like a saffron-based paella. So I think this is a great way to go. And for those of you that come into the shop regularly, you all know that I do a lot of paellas in the summertime. So if you want a great recipe that'll go great with this wine, make sure you talk to me this week or anytime this summer, because I'm going to be grilling a lot of paellas here, even here for the shop. Next, let's go, Kristen, over to this is the Turo Negre, which just means Black Hills. This is made by Oliver Conte. This comes out of Importa, Spain, which is over in the northeast corner. It's in Catalonia. Now, the blend on this is pretty complex. It's got some Cabernet Sauvignon at 30%, some Merlot at 20%. It's got some Garnacha at 20%, some Cab Franc at 10%, and then it's got some Carignana at 10% as well. Fermented in fiberglass tanks, which I think is maybe a little bit less common. It's fermented in fiberglass and then aged on oak. It spends a total of 4 months on French oak. It's got this real peppery kind of smoky flavor. As I was tasting this wine, I kept thinking to myself, I want to do something earthy with it. So maybe like if you were going to do like a pork loin and then just maybe saute some mushrooms on the side and then put those over the top of your grilled pork loin, I think that's a great way to go with this. It definitely calls for something earthy though. If you wanted to do a paella with this, you could also do a paella with that. Instead of using a chicken stock or a beef stock, I would use like a mushroom stock. Like you could take those dried shiitake mushrooms and then make like a stock out of it with a little bit of onions and garlic, and then put that into your paella, and that's how you can kind of force the pairing onto that. Next, we're going to go on to the Juan Gil, and Kristen and I just tried this, and Kristen, her exact words were, "This is candy in a bottle." So I totally agree with her. I think this is just absolutely amazing. It's 100% Monastrell. We've got a couple of people that drink it. One of them is Mario, which, Kristen, you remember Mario. He's a regular here, or Mario and Angie, and I know that they like this wine a lot. But here we have out of Jumilla, which is down in the in the southeast corner of Spain, which is where it's at. It's about 30 miles inland, and it's 100% Monastrell. Like I said, Monastrell is the same thing as Mourvèdre, so it's what the Spaniards call Mourvèdre. And I really, really love this wine. It's got some good acidity. These are 50-year-old vines. Just to give you, when vines get older, they produce less fruit. When they produce less fruit, it's more intense. And these are 50-year-old vines, and as a result, they only produce a little bit less than 2 tons per acre. As opposed to, like, let's say, some of the more mass-produced wines, they're producing anywhere between 15 and up to 20 tons per acre. So you could see where this is, it's much more finite, it's much more handcrafted. You're talking about real intense flavors, but some great acidity on this wine. It's real, it's got a little bit of raisinated because of the age of the vines, but then it's also got this real perfumey kind of floral, candy-like nose to it, and also on the finish, which I really like. Next, Kristen, let's go over here to the Santa Carolina. Santa Carolina, this is a Carmenere. This comes out of the Rapal Valley, which is in Chile. So, Carmenere is a grape that originated in France and has done, you know, kind of what Malbec has done in Argentina, Carmenere has done in Chile. And I think they've done an amazing job with this wine. It's real leathery. It's got this cigar box kind of spicy finish to it. And spends 14 months on French oak. It's got a little bit of some grippy tannins to it. So, you know, you would definitely want something that had a little fat with it. So it's even got this little kind of green bell peppery taste. So fajitas would be absolutely great with this. If you wanted to grill some flank steak outside with some grilled peppers, you could do that as well. Or you can just do just a nice big old fat steak with it too. I'd probably go ribeye. You might, if you did a filet mignon, it might be a little too lean for this big a wine. Then, last but not least, we're going to head over to the big dog of the week. This is the Finca del Origen, which just means the original ranch is what it means. And this is a Grand Reserve. This comes out of Argentina, out of Mendoza. Specifically, it comes out of the Uco Valley. And this is 100% Malbec. Big, bold, real grippy. So real grippy. But it doesn't have a lot of those oak-infused flavors that one would think. It just happens to be that Malbec is, you know, it ripens a little bit later than a lot of fruit, and it also has got some thick skins to it. So as a result, on its own, without the presence of wood, it can produce a lot of tannins. So here what we've got is, we've probably got second-year barrels, maybe even third-year barrels, so slightly neutral, but just because of the nature of the skin and the nature of the grape, it creates a heavy tannin structure, which, once again, would be great with a big, thick, fat ribeye, maybe even a little chimichurri over the top, and it would be a home run. Some grilled asparagus would also be great with that. So, a couple of things to talk about. I hope you like the tasting. Make sure all of you come in and try this great lineup, this Latin spice. We've got the wine dinner coming up, the Trinitas wine dinner coming up this Thursday.
June 25th.
I'm sorry, June 25th. Thank you, Kristen, always keeping me in line. The Monday after 4th of July weekend, and I'll get you the date on that. The Monday of 4th of July weekend, I think the majority of people are taking off on Friday, and then 4th of July falls on a Saturday, and then the 6th would be Sunday. So Monday the 7th, right? 6th.
It would be Monday the 6th, yes.
Monday the 6th is when we will go ahead and start the Italian class, and we will do 4 weeks of Italy, in which we're going to divide Italy in 4 ways. Basically, we're going to take it from the top, 2 middle sections, and then do the south of Italy. We'll be tasting some great wines, anywhere from 6 to 9 wines per week. Just some really nice stuff. You know, Cooper and I have had the opportunity now over, and Kristen, for the past, how long now? 6 weeks almost?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, about 6 weeks now that we've been trying a lot of Italians in order to get these wines for the class, and we feel we're ready. We still have a little bit of work to do on the southern side, but that's not till the end of the course anyway, which by the time we get there, we'll have had those wines. But we've got some great wines for you to try. We're going to talk a little bit about their culture, a little bit about their past, some of their history, and why those wines are the way they are. One thing to remember about Italy has probably got more grape varietals, more grape varieties than anywhere else in the world. Very regional. There's grapes in Italy that, you know, are let's say native to one specific village, and you don't find those grapes anywhere else in the world. So as a result, Italian wines tend to be a little bit more complex for a lot of people, because there are so many varieties to try. But I look forward to spending some time with all of you. So remember, that is July 6th, which is a Monday. We go from 6 to 8, 6 to 8:30. Sometimes we go 6 to 9. It doesn't matter. I mean, our ending time isn't as important as our starting time, because you're all welcome to stay and have a gooder time as you want. And with that being said, Kristen, Wine Club pickup is, thank you for reminding me, Wine Club pickup is this coming weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. Kristen, remind me the times on that?
I believe it's noon to 4.
Noon to 4, that is correct. So noon to 4, and if some of you get here at like 3:45 or 4 o'clock and you still want to do the tasting for all of the wines, we're certainly not going to deny you that, okay? You're more than welcome to do so. But just make sure that you're in by 4, and, do know that, we open up for the regular weekly tasting from 4 o'clock on. But like I said, if you're in by 4, we'll go ahead and taste you on all 9 wines if necessary. Thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers.